Man, it's a sweet podcast, boy. We back in this thing like yesterday's sun. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, Tuesday the 3rd is the sweet podcast. I got my homeboy with me.
Sock, what up, what up?
Man, it's your boy Yadda, man. We gonna flip it to you like this here today, man. Sound wisdom, examining everyone's perspective, bro. I got a topic I feel like need to be spoke on for what we got going on. For the podcast and the members, we realize we're not talking to everybody. It's only certain type of people tuning into this.
That's real.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, people trying to do better.
Exactly.
That's
so
real.
The type of people who care about their reputation.
Care about their reputation.
Care about their reputation. That's huge right there, man.
That's that 360 reputation.
360. What is 360 reputation? 360 reputation means you understand that your reputation not only follows you,
it revolves around you.
It revolves around you. It precedes you.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So you gotta be able to understand what's going on in the moment. You understand what I'm saying? So you can completely analyze that situation and move forward in the correct manner. You know what I mean? And here go the thing. Professionalism in certain situations is always a good thing. Being yourself to me is also just as important.
Oh yeah.
So
I mean, you gotta find a balance, man.
Yeah.
You gotta find a balance to be the better yourself. Or, you know what I'm saying? Be the better version of yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like I said, reputation, man, it precedes you. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of almost like you can come into a new situation and not even realize that somebody's already heard about you. So they already got a predetermined, you know what I'm saying, like this is I already vision this guy like this because his reputation tells me he's like this already. Whether or not that's bad or good. You know what I'm saying? It can actually help you, you know what I'm saying, if you do precede yourself with a good reputation, you can sit back and come into a place, oh, okay, you know what I'm saying, people are already looking at you in a good light. But then you can also have a bad reputation and the people looking at you like, I need to check this guy. I need to really, really be on this guy or something like that. Or should we even get this person to do, you know what I'm saying, what we need to be done because we hear you got a bad reputation.
And I feel like in different industries as well, like your reputation can affect you in different ways. Whether that means you getting a job or getting a promotion,
yes,
or eventually getting to that bag, or just being out here able to do business with certain people. Because you got a good face or a good reputation about yourself. One thing I like to point out, man, it's one thing to do something to somebody and it's like a mistake or that one person can say, hey, you know what, this happened because I was dealing with this person, man, and I wasn't really feeling that issue.
I was young in the game and I made a mistake.
He got a thing about that too. Like that person, if they see growth in you, they might give you another chance.
Yeah.
They hear from other people like, nah, I ain't had that kind of problem with him. Everything was something crazy must have happened that day. You know what I mean? Anything like that, little stuff like that.
I got an example just straight off of that. Like, all right, so there's been times where I've tried out a new restaurant because, man, I done heard quite a few people. Man, this place is really good. This place is really good.
Fine.
I might have went. Yep. Didn't really get that same experience the first time. You know what I'm saying? But because that place had a good reputation, if I'm around that area again and where that restaurant is at, or just craving that certain type of food that maybe that restaurant, you know what I'm saying, sells, I may give them another chance because I'm just like, hold up. All these people saying good things about the place. Even though the first time I went, it wasn't like that, I'm willing to give you a second chance.
Yeah.
Now, if it's a place, like you said, that maybe had not as good of a reputation, like you've been hearing varying, some people, oh man, it's bad, and other people like, nah, man, it's been pretty good and stuff. I may go there. My first experience is going to determine whether I go back then. You see what I'm saying? Because you don't have a good reputation. So, if I go there the first time, and the experience is good, okay, I may mess with you again. But if it's bad, I see why people said it was bad. I ain't coming back here no more. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I said, I'm willing to give you a second chance or even a third chance because you do have a good reputation. But if you don't have one, then I get that same experience. I'm automatically going to just, I'm done with that.
Oh, that just validates and verifies everything.
Exactly.
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 not even about to put up with that.
Exactly.
There's so many situations,
man.
so many situations, and I want to speak on like how I said it follow you as well. Like when you get into a situation and you don't do your best, or you didn't do your due diligence on the job, or you didn't have that punctuality. Sometimes, like we speak about, these are some things that people can call and check on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or depending on your industry, it might be something as simple as them meeting up at the same bar and just having a conversation about you.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, you just got this. I ain't even gonna call no name. You know what I mean? But
we ain't a gossip line.
It's certain situations where I know in the past where if you deal with somebody that's a liar, like they got certain red flags you got to pay attention to, and then if you don't, you gonna end up in a snaky, like shitty pit.
Yeah, man.
You understand what I'm saying? Like once they prove to you how they get down, it's important that you got that. You know what? It's a blessing that you have the discernment to be able to tell. You know what I mean? What type of character a person has, especially after they done showed you how they get down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You definitely want to look at that type of situation as well. Again, reputation precedes you and it follows you, man. Reputation 360.
That's word.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely does. And like I said, man, it's a big thing. It's not even a small thing that people don't realize. Like you may think that something you do to somebody may not come back.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh man, and you don't realize, you know, it may be 5-10 years down the line.
Mm-hmm.
That just comes back and bites you in the ass. It just comes back and bites you in the ass, and it's just like, wow, man, I wish I never did that to that person. But now you know what, you're suffering the consequences of.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so that's why it's always, even like sometimes you'd be surprised. It's a reverse angle to that. It's a whole, you know what I'm saying, 180 to that. You may do something good for somebody, something small.
Mm-hmm.
And 5-10 years down the line, that comes back and helps you. You know, who knows? You might be applying for a job somewhere 5-10 years down the line. Just so happen to help a lady down, put some groceries in a bag or something, or do, you know, just something, anything, you know what I'm saying? Or you were at a job doing something, you know what I'm saying, extra, or you know what I'm saying, doing something that you don't normally do, and it was somebody that was a customer that was watching you and saw that, and you just so happen to be applying for their damn job. You know what I'm saying? They're like, you know what? I remember you.
And you know what? Now that I got another situation example on that too. A situation where a dude's working at a spot and he did a good job, and then he had to leave the spot, and then situation came about where, you know what I mean, he could slide back in working with that same manager he was working with. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And now it was so easy for him to transition from his old spot back to that new spot because he already had a good rapport and reputation with that manager. And that type of thing right there just makes life easier.
Much easier, man.
And you don't understand, bro, it's such a big magnitude to that because you don't understand well, I'm not going to say you, but people don't understand the magnitude of how much a positive can affect your life compared to a negative.
Oh yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? To me, that is huge because when you in the middle, you kind of sort of see both sides of it. You know what I'm saying? And I personally know people that are dealing with the negative side of their reputation versus the positive side of people who can do stuff with off of their negative reputation.
And I think it's even a bigger thing now because of how social media is. So it's even more important to have a good reputation because your reputation is going to spread faster now and much more at a much wider damn, and you know what I'm saying, array than before. You know what I'm saying, where it wasn't the social media. Now you do something wrong to somebody, man, they'll post that online quick. You know what I'm saying?
Especially on the business aspect.
Yeah.
Maybe on a personal aspect too, but to me, I ain't gonna lie, I be feeling like when I look at certain people, not everybody, but certain people, when you see them on social media, it's like a different reality. You know what I mean? Compared to what we got going on here.
Yeah,
like,
in the dream world, like they got their own little fantasy world that they map out. That's where, you know, in lives where like I'm gonna take 100 pictures to post one.
Yeah.
Because I want that people to see me like this. You know what? I'm gonna stand in front of that car. I ain't gonna say it's mine, but I'm gonna sit back and just want people to sit back and perceive that it is mine.
And you know what? I feel like this is also important to say while we on this topic real fast. Your reputation is not how well you put up a fake you.
Mm-hmm. It's who the real you is.
It's who the real you is.
That's
you know what I mean? Like that's what you really
that's
want
what
your
real
reputation to be. It has to come from the inside. It has to be something you want to do. I'm talking about having good morals, good values, all that stuff going forward. Of course, ain't nobody ain't perfect, and everybody done sin. You know what I'm saying? Ain't a damn soul watching this podcast living the perfect life. You understand what I'm saying?
Definitely, man.
Yeah, but I just want to say, like,
but also don't let your pride.
Yeah, don't get caught up.
Don't get caught up. Don't let your pride sit back and because you view somebody else's story and see somebody else in a certain light, feel like I need people to see me in that same light, man. So let me sit back and figmentate, you know what I'm saying, a story or something to people so I can sit back in that light. Oh, they're gonna view me the same way they view this guy. Nah, what in the end is gonna happen is when you end up getting exposed, now your reputation just even more diminished. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's all gonna come out in the end. Like I said, it's all gonna come out in the end. Like I said, man, have a good reputation, man. Be yourself too.
Be yourself. That's key.
Yeah.
To me, that's key. I feel like we need to speak on that as well. We ain't talking about how good you put up a front. We ain't talking about how good you wanna, you know what I mean? I ain't even gonna get to calling out examples of what I'm talking about. Just understand, we're not talking about being fake.
Yeah, man, but like I said, that just, you know, like I said, man, just, and being honest with you, man, you know, if you've been following the podcast and the subscribers, man, much love, appreciate the likes, you know what I'm saying, appreciate the subscribers.
Definitely hit the subscribe button, man. And tell a friend, man, to tell a friend, like, we trying to blow this thing up and trying to, you know what I mean, we growing at a nice pace now. The subscriber count is constantly going up. We don't want y'all to get it twisted, but we just want to keep growing, you know what I mean, and,
spread the word, man. If you like what we saying, man, please spread the word. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't realize what I was trying to say is, man, if you really follow our podcast, you'll see, man, we're taking steps with this thing, and I might even be regurgitating old stuff and just bringing it back to you. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just realizing like something that we might have said 5 podcast shows ago, 10 podcast shows ago. You know, we're referring to it now and just kind of intertwining it all, like, you know what I'm saying, like we're making the shoot, you know what I'm saying?
To be honest with you, man, one thing I can definitely say on the podcast is we giving you real shit.
Yeah.
And from us giving, my bad, let me reword this. From us giving y'all real shit when it's equal or equates to the truth.
Yeah.
The truth don't change.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we can candy coat it, you know what I mean, dip it in some you know what I mean, frosted flakes or something to make it look pretty or sweet. Like they say, put lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, yeah.
But number one, we not talking to everybody. And number two, kudos to you if you done tuned in this long, because this means you got some different type of frequency that we definitely tapping into. Exactly. So we want to appreciate you for that.
Exactly. Like I said, man, you know, we're really just trying to come at a different perspective and a mindset, like, you know, that you might not be thinking about. You know what I'm saying? But you know in the back of your mind, you do want to be successful. You do want to be an entrepreneur and stuff. And being honest, man, we just, you know, hey, look, man, I didn't learn everything, you know what I'm saying? Stuff was taught to me, too. Stuff was told to me, you know what I'm saying, and everything. So I feel like, you know what I'm saying, I would love to impart some of that back into somebody that's willing to listen, that wants to learn and stuff like that. You know, don't get it wrong. I don't feel like I know everything. I'm growing every day too. I'm still sitting back and learning as well.
Both.
You know what I mean? So like I said, man, just, you know, good stuff. You know, like I said, just realize how your reputation follows you, man. And like I said, man, that shit's gonna be like a damn flag or a banner you're carrying.
And in front of you.
You know what I'm saying? In front of you, behind you, but like I said, it's gonna be 360. It's gonna be surrounding you. It's gonna be like an aura around you. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, try to sit back, and before you sit back and make like certain moves and certain decisions, realize what repercussions, you know what I'm saying, or consequences may come off of that. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that, where it might just be something small.
And this is a reoccurring concept or theory that we have on this podcast, cause and effect.
Yeah.
I can't reiterate that enough. We really need to talk about, or really want to push to y'all, the cause and effect from your actions. How you move going forward doing A, B, C, or D.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that, and I feel like that's the key to life.
Yeah.
Honestly, cause and effect. Granted, you can't dictate everything and you want blessings from your God. You know what I mean? But for the most part, you put in the work, you put in the effort, you take care of the necessary steps to be successful in whatever you're trying to accomplish. That's what the end result's gonna be.
Well, like my mom said, even with the words you speak, like, the words you speak just plant seeds in the ground.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? So even just watch what you say out your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. You know what I'm saying? You always got to use, your strongest muscle.
Thoughts become words, words become reality.
Yeah, man. You planting seeds, man, with your words and your movements, man.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Sound Wisdom examining everyone's perspective, man. This is Sweet Podcast, man. Tuesdays and Thursdays, man. We trying to give it to y'all, man. Real talk.
Yeah, man.
Let's go ahead and transition into this hip hop thing real fast going on, bro. It's crazy because the longer it goes on, the more and more it starts to feel like
Publicity stunt.
yeah, roll out type mix. You know what I mean? Like they really trying to come up with. One thing I got to say. Social media, for somebody, like I always had interest in like advertising and marketing. Like I peep interesting ways people roll out their product.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I get interested in that.
I've always been kind of on that.
Yeah,
too.
and one of the things that throws me for a loop about this one is she talking about she can't release music, and then she turn around and release music. And then like she a female, so she really got to be kind of creative with her rollout and strategic with her rollout, because to be honest with you, clapping ass, showing titties, busting it open's been done so many times.
Like I said, they suspect it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Being honest with you, she trying to come out to me more of like, I want to be respected for the craft.
Yeah.
Not like my looks and, you know what I'm saying, the fact that I can make my ass clap while I hit you with 8 bars. You know what I'm saying?
And unfortunately, man, that's like something we got to deal with like female rappers. But I mean, at the same time,
I think it just varies, man.
Different.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I put that in different levels too, because I mean, obviously Remy Ma don't do that shit.
No.
You know what I'm saying? And I felt like even back in the day, like Lil' Kim did it. But I felt like even like a Foxy Brown didn't do it to her extent. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's a difference, because back then, instead of twerking, they were selling sex.
But I just still felt like Foxy would try to get you more with the lyrics than like Lil' Kim, I'ma bunk over on camera and rap with my head between my legs or something. You know what I'm saying? Just because I already know you staring at yeah, just because I know you staring at my pussy and my ass like this here, but then, you know what I'm saying, I can get you to maybe hear some of these lyrics too. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it wrong, Foxy tried to sell it to an extent, but like I said, I don't feel like that she tried to sell it to that level. Especially, I don't feel like she's trying to sell it to the level like Nicki Minaj or Cardi B selling it. You know what I'm saying? Definitely not on that. I feel like fucking damn Biggie was on some shit if he the one that got fucking damn Lil' Kim to start that shit, because she was the first one really just out there like that. Because if you think about like the artists like MC Lyte, Queen Latifah, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that, like they just want to be known as lyricists, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, they went out there, even like Salt and Pepper, they was sexy, but they weren't trying to sell the sex like that. As a matter of fact, they ain't even really trying to sell that sex shit until after Lil' Kim came out. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
Yeah, that's when they started maybe dressing with a little skimpier shit, you know, like Salt and Pepper were dressing like that in the 80s. They ain't start that shit until like the 90s.
Salt and Pepper wasn't the only ones. I mean, you just got women in general.
Well, like I said, MC Lyte, Queen Latifah, I just felt like, you know, they were really like lyricists.
Nah, hell yeah, they was lyricists. I ain't even gonna lie, like you gotta go forward with that. Like one of the most loved female lyricists to me is Muhammadiyah, man. Like I used to love her album when she had the afro back in the day. I can't even remember the name of the song, man. But shit was jamming, bro. You know what I mean? So
I mean, like I said, there has been females out there like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the ones that really groove in certain, but the ones that really get big. You see what I'm saying? That's the ones I'm really focusing on. You know what I'm saying? The ones that are really like in the spotlight like that. How did you get in that spotlight? You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, don't get it wrong. Maybe, you know, Meg the Stallion felt like, let me do it another way. Let me get this publicity like that Jay-Z, Nas
got,
you know what I'm saying?
It's not only experimental, you gotta be almost willing to put what seems like your career on the line.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
on social media, you can drop this whole drama and hype, and then I'm gonna tell you when you know you succeed as an artist, right? To me, this is when I know an artist succeed at their ploy.
Okay.
When that shit cross over from TMZ
Mm-hmm.
to our local news station here in Columbia,
That's work. You done something.
I'm talking about when you look
you
at
done something.
5 o'clock, you wake up 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, you turn on
Yeah.
Good Morning Columbia, and they got a whole segment where they talking about
Meg
Meg
the Stallion.
Stallion situation. That's crazy too. I'm gonna tell you something else that's weird, man, that we need to
But
speak
that means
on.
the strategy working though too.
I'm gonna tell you something else that's weird we need to speak on real fast.
What's up? What's that, man? What's up, man? Hit the public, man. What's up?
Nicki Minaj situation.
Okay.
She done married a child pedophile. Buddy ain't.
I ain't hear about this one.
Whoa. Buddy ain't. They done got married and moved to Cali. Buddy ain't registered. They done kicked the door and pulled Buddy out and arrested him. Hey, it's real life out here, man.
I mean, shit, you gotta register if you a pedophile
No.
or sex offender, whatever the hell, you know what I'm
Just
saying?
got to speak on the whole aspect of like how much of a pariah you are to society when you're a child pedophile. But somebody so high in society wants to reach down, basically, and be like, you know what, I can look past that.
Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. If it wasn't for the flaws in the law system, maybe I would be completely on, you know what I'm saying, what you talking about.
Yeah.
Now, I know most pedophiles, yeah, scum of the fucking earth. Most people that are sex offenders, scum of the earth. But there are situations, you know what I'm saying, don't get it twisted. Like me, perfect example. I damn was 18 in high school.
Yeah.
If I'd have been down messing with a sophomore or a junior, and the pops decided he wanted to sit back and like, hey, look, man, oh, you 18? And you having sex with my daughter? Oh, hell no, man, I'm about to get you arrested for statutory rape.
This is terrible.
You know what I'm saying? I could be a sex offender just on some man, I was fucking 18 years old, fucking a 16, 17-year-old chick, but yet I'm sitting back like, nah, I'm a sex offender.
I ain't even gonna lie, bro. I think you speaking on your particular situation or what maybe.
Well, that's why I don't know what his situation is.
You don't know what his situation
Exactly.
is.
Now, if he was 24 fucking with a 12-year-old, yeah.
Yeah,
Come on,
I think
man,
that's
you wildin'
more.
now,
I
you know
think
what
that's
I'm
more his situation. To be honest with you.
Well, hey, look, if that's the case, you the scum of the earth and you need to report yourself.
Yeah.
And so you deserve what you get.
I don't understand how Nicki can look past what happened. Like, you know what I mean?
I mean, honestly, I don't know. Like I said, if that is the truth, like I said, she married a sex offender, like I said, I don't know.
That's crucial in itself.
I guess love don't know no damn. Love ain't got no damn stereotypes, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you know what too? This I don't know why this just came to my head, but like
Yeah.
transitioning back to the Meg the Stallion situation, it made me think about the other situations that was really big that kind of crossed over on that local news scene.
Okay.
One of the things is that the baby and when he punched Buddy in the stove.
Oh, okay.
I remember I done heard certain situations where they was like, but that was like real life, like Buddy, you know what I mean? He had a problem with him for a couple of years.
That's what I heard. That's what I kind of heard.
But still, I'm like, man, look here.
The publicity
The
you got from off
you
that.
get from off of that type of stuff, it ain't nothing we even glorifying. Like, we ain't saying if you're a local rapper, you need to go to Freedman's or goddamn Jay's. You know what I mean?
And jab somebody, you know what I'm saying?
That ain't what we talking about.
Already.
But K Jeweler, my man, we ain't saying go down there and do that. But what we is saying is like, it's a
Shit goes down like that.
when they say all publicity ain't good publicity, but it seems like they be lying.
Nah, well, I ain't gonna lie to you. Now, I've heard different sayings now.
Mm-hmm.
I heard all publicity is good publicity.
Oh, okay, see.
You know what I'm saying? Because,
See?
especially nowadays, because like I said, just think about it, man. Like, if you were, you know what I'm saying, if you're like a person that you listen to hip-hop, you know, or like rap music just kind of occasionally, you know, it's not an everyday thing,
Mm-hmm.
you may have never heard of Meg the Stallion. But I bet you've heard of her now. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Especially when you make that local
Yeah.
broadcast.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
feel like you're going into the household of a lot of people who have no idea who you are.
Yeah.
And this is the very, very first time. Now, if you're on social media or if you just follow rap, you kind of got an idea, you know what I'm saying, like how long Meg been out.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But for people who ain't got no idea, like you literally became a household name when you when your rollout
Let
and
me
your ploy
Let me Google this person. Let me
reaches the
find out who
point
this
where
person
you
is.
get into local news, feel like they need to tell local people, we ain't nowhere near Houston.
Exactly. But that just lets you know though, like if it was a publicity stunt, it was a good one.
Oh yeah, it
You know what I'm
worked.
saying? It was a good one. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell you something else. Well, I mean, this is pretty much cause and effect as well. But like, the one thing about these social media sites and how they get down and all these different type of rollouts is it's like a box is checked once somebody already do it.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody else can't really pull this unless they wait a little bit. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
They wait a year, 2, 7, 8 months or something, then they can
yeah.
pull the same type Joe Sauce. But you just gotta keep in mind, like, when you see this type of stuff, don't get all head over heels off of what you're seeing, because sometimes they just pulling on your emotional string.
But see, that's another thing where in lines where you said like, where I say like, all publicity is good publicity in a way, because let's say it ain't a publicity stunt, and she's actually going through this shit with her record label.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, this shit ended up turning out better for her than I think if maybe her ass would have just came into some kind of agreement with her record label.
Maybe.
You know what I'm saying? Because being honest, her name is out there now. And being honest, I know people out there just listening to her music and everything else where before they might not even been doing that.
I can't even lie, I would be curious to know, like, how much her, like, followers and her Instagram and all that stuff went out in like the last month. I'm talking about not even the month. I say the last 2 weeks.
I guarantee you that shit went down. I guarantee that shit jumped that shit
way up. I'm talking about hundreds of thousands, man. So
to the point where, like I said, if it isn't a publicity stunt, it was such a good idea for them to put it out there like that, because I feel like now that puts pressure on the record label, because she done got so much more popular now where they feel like, well, damn, like, oh, we can't even afford to put her on the back burner now.
Yeah.
We gotta put her music out. And if the only way she gonna make music is if we sit back and then renegotiate this contract, let's do that shit then.
You know what, man? I think we're gonna end it right here. That's a good ass point to just stop it on, man. And also, I want to say, for the inspiration, man, this sound wisdom examining everyone's perspective. From my perspective, you need to hustle right now. You need to apply it to this coronavirus, man. I don't know how. You know what I mean?
We trying to sweep that thing out on the podcast, I'm telling you now.
Maybe you need to sell scrubs.
Yeah.
Maybe you need to buy some, you know what I mean?
Invest in some masks or something, man. Yeah, man.
I seen my dog Mac was selling hand sanitizer.
Yes, sir, man.
You know what I mean? Got to buy the box. You know what I'm talking about? So something.
Go door to door selling waters. Motherfuckers ain't trying to go out in public now. Shit, I don't know whatever. Bad shit. Fuck it.
Hazmat suit seller, man. He is
and don't ever get it twisted. This might be a motherfucking government employee, you know what I'm saying, or whatnot. So that people are damn, you know what I'm saying, damn spending their money in damn particular ways.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I am a fan of, I do subscribe to believing that the government will do experiments to see how society reacts.
I'm gonna tell you what really put me on when I heard Trump say, man, you know, it's actually a pretty good thing. Now we're not spending all our money in other countries now. People are having to spend their money in America. And that just hit me. It hit me like a ton of bricks. Like, he's so wild and so throw. He might have done talked with, all these governments might have came up with this ploy to sit back and try to like, in cahoots. Real talk.
Cahoots.
He's so stupid and so throw, he done spilled the beans out here. You know what I'm saying? I'm slicker than average American man. You know, like, oh man, it's a good thing spending that money in this country. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, it really hit me. Like, you know what? It may be some shit like that.
Yeah, man.
It really may be, man.
Cross your T's and dot your I's when it comes to that coronavirus, man. We're going to need y'all to wash your hands a little bit extra when you go to the bathroom.
Man.
And matter of fact,
I done stopped dapping. I ain't gonna lie, I'm a pound man now.
When you go to a situation where you got to push a door or hit the knob, man, to go there and pull a sleeve over your hand or hit that.
Or use your elbow or whatever, man. Yeah. That's word. Sound, wisdom.
Yeah.
Examine. I'm telling you.
Everyone's perspective.
That's everything. That's everything.
Everything.
Sweeping, giving it to you out, you know what I'm saying, all over.
Your boy.
Corona.
For real.
Corona pound. I'm telling you, that's the train bar. That's that Corona pound now.
It's your boy Yadda, man. I got my homeboy.
Sock, what up, man?
Hey, man, this is the sweet podcast. Sound wisdom examining everyone's perspective, man. Tuesdays and Thursdays. Yell at your boy, man. We're trying to give it to you, man. Like what?
Yeah, man.
Yesterday's son, man.
Yesterday, son. Y'all, everybody stay safe, man, and healthy.